Okay, so we're gonna go back out to that El Camino and do the next thing. So a little backstory for you before we start on it. The last time we drove it, kind of a funny story actually. So it's my mom's El Camino. She had her other car, she has a Camaro also, that she was having in a car show. And we were gonna take it down, bring like a shade and stuff, and also just kind of enter it just because, well, it's cool. And so on our way, we stopped, we filled up with gas, and then we're heading down the freeway after that, like maybe 2 miles later, and all of a sudden it just died right there in the fast lane. And it's almost kind of hard to tell. I don't know if you've ever been in a car that just straight dies and stops running on the freeway in gear, because it still almost sounds like it's running, but it sounds kind of weird. So at first I was like, wait, what's going on? So I'm like messing with the gas pedal and stuff, and it's just not responding at all. I realized, oh, it died. And so luckily I'd been on that particular stretch of freeway a whole bunch of times and kind of knew the exits where I was. So I was able to merge my way over and then get off the freeway, and just totally lucked out with the light being green at the end of the ramp, and was able to turn around and get onto a side street before it actually lost momentum completely. And so we opened the hood and started messing with it, and the carburetor was just completely dry inside. So I knew I wasn't getting any fuel to the carburetor. I didn't know why, because I'm on the side of the road and didn't have any tools really. So we had it towed back home, and further diagnosis, I found out that it had to be in the gas tank. Not too long before that, I'd actually replaced a fuel pump and some filters and stuff on it, because it had another fuel problem at one point. That time it was actually, the gas gauge was reading a quarter tank, right? But it was not getting gas. And so I messed with the fuel pump and all that stuff. It all seemed weak. So I changed it all. It still wasn't doing anything, put some gas in it, and it ran fine. So I must have a hole in the pickup or something at the quarter tank mark, right? And so we were just keeping it over a quarter tank, never had a problem. That time it died with a completely full tank. So I had just put 16 gallons of gas in it, and it wasn't picking up gas. So I'm pretty sure that's the problem. We have a pickup, so we're gonna be dropping the tank today and seeing what's going on in there. Now, it's been a little while. It seems like all the gas is evaporated, which is kind of cool, but kind of weird. So we'll actually see once we start messing with it if it's actually gonna slosh or not. And we'll see what it looks like inside, see how bad it is. We got some Coke to actually clean out the inside of the tank, which I've done before on a car. I don't think it's gonna be too bad in there, I don't think, because, well, it seems empty, so it doesn't have like a lot of old gas corroding and getting all weird. At least that's what I think, I hope. And but we're gonna find out. All right, so here we are under it. We're about to get ready to start taking this tank out. Here it is. So last night, to prepare, since I know this tank hasn't been out in at least 30 years and probably more than that, I had to come out. I sprayed the bolts for these straps with penetrating oil, and so hopefully that's going to make our job today a little bit easier. Pretty simple in the back of these old cars. Basically, just have the hose for the gas line, and electrical connector for the sending unit. I think that's going to be about it on this thing. And then of course the straps. And I just have to make sure I know how the filler neck comes out, if it's attached over here where the filler neck is. I'm gonna check that in a minute. Other than that, we're just dealing with, spiders and bugs and a couple of weeds and, old car. So all those people that are kind of upset that like gyms and stuff are closed right now, my advice is just go get an old car. There's plenty of stuff to do under here. None of it's that easy. All right, as you can see, we got the straps undone here. We got a jack holding up our tank, so we're about to start lowering it and see what comes out. There was just one screw holding on the filler neck actually to the body. I already got that too. So it should theoretically just fall right out. The gas line's disconnected. The only thing that has a wire somewhere is the sending unit for the fuel level. And matter of fact, that's right there. So let me get that wire, ground wire, undone, and we'll start lowering this thing out. Okay, so we got the tank out. I blew off the top best I could, make sure not a whole lot of debris falls in there. Now we're just gonna get that sending unit out and see what it looks like inside.
Shoot, Fanugan.
All right, well, are you filming? All right, well, clearly that broke off. Maybe we'll look at this a little bit closer in a second, but boy, the smell is pretty strong. So we know part of this was bad. All right, and we're going swimming at the loudest fishing hole ever. Look at that, got it. All right, so we got the tank out, we got it cleaned, got it kind of dried out the best we could, and there the pickup is back in it. Time to get this thing back up in there. All right, here we are. We're gonna try and fire this thing up again. Don't know how it's gonna go. Hopefully pretty good. Let's see what happens. Go ahead. All right, it took some time, it took some work. She's all back together, and check out how it starts after it takes a minute. Of course it does that, right? When you're gonna go start to do a thing,